The CDC and Michigan health officials at odds. The government wants to end high school sports, but the state insists otherwise. 13 on your side's Angela Cunningham is live with details. And have you seen this letter advertising a phase 3 vaccine trial? It's fake. This morning, we're on your side with what you need to know. Plus, lions, tigers, and red pandas. Today is National Zoo Lovers Day. Find out how you and your family can celebrate. 13 on your side continues right now.
Good morning. I'm Meredith Terhar.
And I'm Jay Plyburn. Thanks for waking up with 13.
And now to the latest on the coronavirus surge in Michigan. You see that number, 17.9%. That's our positivity rate as of Tuesday. This number right here, 3%, that's where the state wants to see our positivity rate.
Right now, our state's positivity rate is the highest it's been since last April, which was just 1 month after the beginning of the pandemic.
And unfortunately, these numbers, they keep climbing. Just yesterday, the state reported more than 8,000 new cases and 30 new deaths. West Michigan is experiencing the most rapid growth in hospitalizations. It's up 101%, with 274 people hospitalized for COVID-19 right now in West Michigan. And by next week, health officials say we could see more than 4,500 hospitalizations across the state.
The stark rise in coronavirus metrics in our state has caught the attention of our nation's public health agency, the Centers for Disease Control.
CDC teams are working closely with state health officials to slow the spread of the virus. And 13 on your side's Angela Cunningham, she joins us live this morning.
Angela, good morning to you. What are we learning about all this?
Well, good morning. The CDC's director confirmed yesterday they do have teams on the ground here working to assess outbreaks and offer guidance to the state of Michigan. However, it is unclear whether or not state leaders will make any changes recommended by the CDC. Among that, how to handle youth sports. Now, there are more than 100,000 active cases of the virus in Michigan. That's the highest it's been since mid-November. Data show transmission rates are highest in youth sports such as basketball, hockey, and wrestling. Right now, the state's approach is to continue monitoring the situation with current protocols in place and hope vaccination efforts will begin to stem the tide. However, the CDC's director suggests Michigan may need to take more aggressive steps.
Our guidance on youth sports is actually pretty articulate with regard to having substantial or high transmission, and that these activities should be happening outdoors and more than 6 feet apart. In the context of that, testing should happen at least twice a week if these are high risk sports. So we're pretty clear on that guidance, and we've been working with the state. And I would advocate for sort of stronger mitigation strategies.
Now, according to MDHHS's director, Michigan is not planning a change in strategy right now. She noted that indoor sports, for the most part, will wrap up soon, and we will be moving to spring outdoor sports with less contact. That said, the CDC also suggests something be done to mitigate the spread of the virus among spectators at these events. The CDC will continue to work with the state to that end. Back to you.
Angela, thank you. With the state relying heavily on vaccinations to turn this thing around, let's see where our state stands in its mass vaccination efforts. According to the state health department, about 13% of people have received their first dose of the vaccine. 24% of people have received both doses of the vaccine. All told, nearly 3 million Michiganders are at least partially vaccinated. In Kent, Muskegon, and Ottawa counties, partial vaccination rates are even higher. Check this out. In Kent County, 42% of the population is vaccinated. In Ottawa County, 40% of the population is vaccinated, and in Muskegon, 38% of the population is vaccinated. Starting tomorrow, Michigan State University will administer COVID-19 vaccines to students. This comes after a recent survey showed more than 80% of the undergraduate and graduate students at MSU were planning to get the vaccine once it became available, and now it is starting tomorrow. Doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will be made available to the students, and a clinic will be set up inside the pavilion for agricultural and livestock education.
A new vaccine clinical trial is underway in Michigan, but this one is not for another coronavirus vaccine. Instead, it's to improve the ones that we already have. Researchers in Ann Arbor are studying allergic reactions to the mRNA coronavirus vaccines. So far, reactions have been rare. These studies could lower that number even further. The goal is to administer either the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine to more than 2,000 people who have a history of allergic reactions. Here's how it's going to work.
Under very controlled conditions to make sure that it's safe for them. And we'll monitor them before and after to see if there's any difference in any molecular marker. And that way we can maybe even pre-treat people or prevent them from being uncomfortable.
Well, the study is expected to wrap up in the fall. Baker says they're still looking for participants, specifically people who are between the ages of 18 and 69 who may have had allergic reactions in the past. If you're interested in participating, we have the details on how to do so online. Just go to 13onyourside.com. And we're on your side with a warning from the Kent County Health Department. Take a look right now at your screen. There's a letter about a fake COVID-19 vaccine trial going around, and officials say it's being posted in common areas at local apartment complexes. The person writing the letter says they're participating in a phase 3 vaccine trial. They claim that they want to be exposed to the coronavirus to see if the vaccine works. The health department clinical says that clinical trials do not work this way. Well, it seems that almost every day is associated with some sort of holiday, and today is no exception. Coming up, find out how you can take part in National Zoo Lovers Day.
And if you do have plans outdoors, make sure you grab the rain jacket because we've got showers moving through West Michigan all through the day. We'll take a look at who's going to see some thunderstorm potential later on and where it could be severe. It's 6:37. You're up with 13.